Level 1, Ganero. That's the name given to you. But there's no horn, just you. A street corner and a phone that constantly buzzes. Your task is straightforward. You observe. When you spot the police, you dial. When you see the military, you dial. When anyone else seems out of place, you dial. At 12 years old, you earn more in a week than your mother does in a month cleaning homes. The older guys handed you the phone 3 days ago, telling you what to monitor. They warned you of the consequences if you slack off. A dark SUV glides down the street, slowing near the corner house. Your heartbeat quickens. Your thumb hovers over the call button. The SUV continues on its way. Just tourists. Inside the house, they're processing product and fixing shipments worth more than everything your family has ever possessed. Your role is to offer them a 30-second warning if trouble arises. 30 seconds to escape through back doors you're not meant to know about. You're not allowed to enter. You simply stand there day in and day out, proving you won't flee. The neighborhood recognizes who you are now. Some people can't even bear to look at you. Your mother weeps when she thinks you're asleep, but the money keeps flowing in, and your little brother has new shoes. For now, you watch. Level 2, La Mula. You transport product without questioning. A kilo brick tightly wrapped inside your backpack, tucked between school textbooks. You've stopped reading. You stroll through the checkpoint as if it's second nature, like your heart isn't trying to escape your chest. The soldiers barely glance your way. Just another kid. That's why they chose you. You make the drop at the mechanic's shop, handing the bag to a man who doesn't offer thanks. He counts out bills and you pocket your share. The rest goes back to the boss. This month, you've completed 6 runs. Each time you promise yourself it will be the last. Your cousin got caught last year doing the same thing, serving 3 years in juvenile detention. He told you to quit, convinced it wasn't worth the risk. You nodded but haven't turned back since, because he's mistaken. It is worth it. You earn money and gain respect. Kids your age toil at the market for pennies. At 15, you're somebody. As you head back, you spot them. 3 unfamiliar guys watching the corner house. Wrong attire, overly vigilant. You make the call. You describe them, but silence follows. Then good, that's all you receive, but it's sufficient. You've potentially saved a life, perhaps even your own. Level 3, Elisario. At 17, you've taken the lives of 3 individuals. The first was the toughest, not due to guilt. They justified why he had to go. The challenge lay in how much your hand trembled, nearly causing you to miss. The second was simpler. By the third, you felt nothing. That's when the realization set in. You were proficient in this line of work. They provide you with a photo, an address, a time frame. No more explanations are given. A man in a white shirt exits a bodega at 8 p.m. You wait on a motorcycle, your helmet concealing your identity. He appears right on time, phone to his ear and laughing. You sidle up beside him. 2 shots and you vanish before he hits the ground. Your heart doesn't even race anymore. Back at the safe house, you return the weapon. They'll melt it down. You earn enough to buy your mother a new home. You've told her you've landed a construction job. She doesn't believe you, but she doesn't press. The house is nice, gated and safe. The following morning, there's another photo. A younger guy, the same age as you. The message reveals he's been conversing with the DEA. You study the photo intently. He appears frightened already, as if he knows. You save the image and begin plotting. This is who you are now. This is your talent. And in this world, being good at something ensures your survival. Level 4, the Plaza Boss. You oversee a neighborhood, not the entire city, just your corner, but it belongs to you. 20 individuals work beneath you. Compantos on corners, mulas ferrying product, and sicarios as needed. You collect payment and pay off corrupt cops for their weekly envelopes. You resolve issues before they escalate to the higher-ups. A family can't meet their debt, 3 weeks overdue. The rules dictate payment or they face repercussions. But you're familiar with this family. The father has fallen ill. You could break his legs to send a message or extend the deadline, adding interest to keep them operating. You make the decision. 2 more weeks. If they pay, everyone benefits. If they don't, you'll handle it discreetly. That's the game. Balance, fear, and mercy. Push too hard and they rebel. Too lenient and they see you as weak. Your phone buzzes. A new crew is encroaching on the southern edge, selling without authorization. It's time to remind everyone how this operates. Territory isn't just given, it must be defended. The moment you stop safeguarding it, it's lost. Level 5. Cartel operator. You handle money, not product. Millions flow through car washes, construction firms, and restaurants. You convert drug revenue into clean income, and you do it so effectively that banks welcome you. Accountants, lawyers, and shell corporations span 3 nations. Your office is downtown with glass walls and leather seating. You're dressed in suits now. The construction company is erecting a hotel. The restaurant chain is expanding, all financed by cocaine. But the documentation spins a different narrative. Your duty is to ensure that narrative withstands scrutiny. The DEA is probing one of your firms, a detail you learned from a contact in the prosecutor's office. $10,000 a month, but he's worth it. You act swiftly, closing one company, redistributing assets, establishing new entities. By the time they secure a warrant, there's nothing left to find. You brief the boss over lunch at an upscale restaurant. He nods in response. That nod signifies your worth, your indispensability. It also means you have accumulated too much knowledge. You're safe as long as you remain valuable. The day that shifts, you transition from an asset to a liability. Late at night, when the office lies silent, you contemplate that reality. You've stashed cash in accounts they're unaware of. You possess passports bearing names they've never encountered. An exit strategy exists, but you're not there yet. Right now, you excel at your job. And proficiency equates to survival. Level 6. The regional chief. You command cities, distribution networks, production sites, connections extending hundreds of miles. 50 plaza bosses report to you, corrupt officials at your beck and call, military leaders who avert their gaze, judges who misplace reports. This transcends street dealing. It encompasses logistics, supply chains, and international markets. A corporation earning more in a month than most countries' GDPs. A shipment was intercepted. 3 tons lost. $30 million vanished. You need to ascertain how. Was it mere bad luck? Misguided intelligence? Or was there a mole? You convene a meeting with the plaza bosses in that region. They sweat bullets before taking their seats. One among them knows something. You can see it in his eyes and the way he avoids your gaze. You don't cast accusations. Instead, you lay out the situation. Someone failed, and failure carries consequences. 24 hours later, that plaza boss is discovered in his car with a bullet lodged in the back of his head. The word travels fast. Your phone rings. Someone higher up wants a meeting. Your stomach tightens. Meetings can signify either a promotion or trouble, so you dress meticulously. At this level, a single ill-placed phrase can spell your doom. You've ascended so high that a fall would be deadly, yet you haven't risen high enough to be safe. Level 7. Cartel lieutenant. You are seated at the table where decisions are forged, not at the head, but close enough to matter. You oversee regions and negotiate with rival cartels. The government is aware of your identity. Your image appears in DEA briefings. A bounty rests on your head across 2 nations. You haven't set foot in a public street for years. Your security detail comprises 12 former military personnel. Your residence is a compound with 20-foot walls and guard towers. Everything is contained within those walls, but you cannot leave. Exiting means arrest or death, a trade-off between power and freedom. During a meeting, you learn that a rival cartel has encroached into your territories, infiltrating your networks and eliminating your associates. This signals war. One lieutenant advocates for a forceful strike against them, immediate retaliation. Another contends it's wiser to negotiate, partition territories, and halt the bloodshed. You remain silent, carefully listening. The leader at the head of the table has yet to speak. His silence saturates the room. All eyes turn to you. What's your opinion? This is a test. There's a correct answer and a misstep. You must gauge the atmosphere, read him, and absorb everything surrounding you. You take your time, weighing every word. Then you express your thoughts, and whatever follows dictates whether you'll still occupy this chair tomorrow. Level 8. The cartel boss. You constructed this empire, not single-handedly, but through assistance, luck, and timing. Yet, it is your creation. From street corners to international transport, from kilos to tons, from earning neighborhood respect to instilling government fear, your organization moves more cocaine in a month than most cartels do in a year. Politicians, judges, and generals are on your payroll, with operations across 12 countries. Your likeness appears on wanted posters, but you haven't been photographed for a decade. Few know where you reside. Some even doubt your existence. This is intentional. Myths are more challenging to eradicate than men. As you watch the news, another raid comes across the screen. Another significant blow to your organization. 15 arrests, half a ton confiscated. The reporter revels in the details while politicians bask in the glory. You switch the channel. Those 15 individuals are replaceable. That seized product equates to less than 1% of this month's shipments. They battle against specters. The real query is not whether they'll halt your operations. They won't. The question remains, how long can they maintain this charade before your personnel relent? Before a rival gets lucky, or before time runs out? You've witnessed the downfall of everyone before you. Pablo, Carlos, Miguel, they all met the same fate, either dead or imprisoned. None emerged unscathed. You reassure yourself that you're different, that you're wiser, that you're cautious. Yet in the stillness of the night, when the compound is silent, you ponder the question, how does it all conclude? You have cash stashed in numerous locations, legal enterprises, escape routes mapped out in 5 different nations. Yet deep down you realize you won't walk away. This is your identity. You have constructed a vast empire from the ground up, emerging from deprivation, conflict, and an insatiable desire for more. You ascended through the ranks. Every scar you bear was hard-earned. You recall a time when you were just a companto, a mere child on a corner with a phone, observing, waiting, and existing. But look at your circumstances now. You oversee everything. You command